He's a great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey. Three of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them.
Still watch boxing now? You're still into it? Do you enjoy watching boxing?
Yeah, because boxing is my passion, so that's why I enjoy watching boxing.
Do you have a favorite fighter now that's active?
Right now, Asian, like Naoya,
Inoue, amazing fight.
Yeah, he's a good fighter.
If you've been keeping an eye on boxing lately, chances are you've heard the name Naoya Inoue, and if you haven't, it's time to fix that nickname, the Monster. This guy is tearing through the sport, leaving fans and opponents alike in awe undefeated. Ridiculously skilled and packing power that could make a heavyweight blush. Inoue has everyone asking the same question. How does he make it look so easy?
Oh yeah, I like Naoya. Before he became, I teach him in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. And Naoya, if he's thinking to moving up in weight division, I hope that I can teach him and supervise his workout and training, and we can do that.
So you want to train him?
I wanna train him and supervise his training, or if he wants to moving up to higher weight division.
What did you think about his last performance?
Huh?
What did you think about his last performance?
Oh, fantastic! It's a good performance. Fast, quick, strong.
Even boxing legends guys who've been through the wars and know what it takes to succeed can't help but rave about him. So why does a no-way strike fear into the hearts of his opponents? It's not just his skill, it's the whole package. He's got the power, the speed, the smarts, and the mental toughness to dominate anyone who steps into the ring with him. And then there's the psychological factor fighters. No, they're not just facing a boxer, they're facing a monster. Can anyone stop the monster? That's the big question. As of now, it doesn't look like anyone has the tools to stop him. He's not just beating his opponents, he's making it look easy. Even the top contenders in his weight class seem like underdogs when matched against him. Naoya Inoue isn't just a great fighter, he's a generational talent who's redefining what it means to dominate in boxing. The praise from legends like Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, and Floyd Mayweather isn't just hype. It's recognition of a fighter who's truly something special.
Inoue, Inoue deserves to be in a powerful. Absolutely. I think he's a hell of a fighter. A hell of a fighter. I won't take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter. And I like him because I see he take a lot of my stuff from my playbook. But it's okay. That's boxing. You're supposed to take from the greats.
When boxing legend and former world champion Shawn Porter speaks, the boxing world listens recently. Porter shared his thoughts on Naoya Inoue, and his glowing praise has added even more fuel to the hype surrounding the Japanese sensation. Inoue's meteoric rise, his dominating performances, and his electric style have captured the attention of fans and fighters alike. But it was his performance in a recent fight that truly left Porter in awe. The former welterweight champion looted Inoue's confidence, and even went as far as to suggest that Inoue could become the next Manny Pacquiao, a fighter who transcended borders and became a global boxing icon. Confident is often what separates great fighters from truly elite ones. During his recent fight, Inoue demonstrated a level of self-assurance that Porter couldn't help but admire, reflecting on Inoue's approach. Porter remarked that it was clear Inoue was at the top of his game and exuded confidence. He noted that performing such moves so early in a match, typically required knowing the opponent, was already broken down. Porter observed that in no way seemed to be fully aware of his abilities and executed them with precision and assurance.
Now you're a bad boy.
Yep.
When you at the top of when you at the tippy top and you pulling that kind of stuff off this early, usually you want to know your opponent's broken down before you do those kind of those things. And I was like, yo, my man's confident. He know exactly what he's designed to do, and he's doing it.
What Porter was referring to wasn't just Inoue's technical ability, but his ability to take calculated risks early in the fight, instead of waiting to systematically break his opponent down. Inoue displayed an almost audacious confidence in his strategy and execution, proving that he's operating on an entirely different level. This kind of mental strength is rare in boxing, It's one thing to have power, speed, and skill, but to have the self-belief to pull off risky moves at the highest level of competition, that's something special. Shawn Porter didn't stop at praising Inoue's confidence. He went a step further, predicting that Inoue could be the next Manny Pacquiao, not just in terms of skill, but in how he might captivate audiences worldwide. Porter expressed his belief that between Isaac Cruz and they might have found the next foreign fighter capable of resonating with the American audience. He shared his view that Inoue could be the next Manny Pacquiao, not necessarily in terms of moving up multiple weight classes, but as someone who is highly explosive, eye-catching, and appealing both as a fighter and as a person.
That between Isaac Cruz and Inoue, we might have the next fighter, foreign fighter for the sake of words, who could translate to the American audience. I do believe that that is Inoue. I think Inoue is the next Manny Pacquiao. Not at that going all the way up the weight class and all that stuff, but someone who's extremely explosive, eye-catching, and also inviting to who he is as a fighter and as a person. Yeah. It could be him, so I'm looking forward to that.
Like Pacquiao in his prime, Inoue is a firecracker in the ring. His lightning-fast combinations and devastating power leave opponents reeling and fans on the edge of their seats. Pacquiao's appeal went beyond his fighting style. He was relatable. Humble and an approachable, Porter sees similar traits in Inoue, making him not just a boxing star, but a potential global ambassador for the sport. Pacquiao was a fighter who brought international audiences together, while Inoue has already achieved superstar status in Japan. His electrifying performances and growing fan base in the US suggest he's on a similar trajectory. Inoue's potential to be the next Manny Pacquiao isn't just about boxing, it's about his ability to resonate with fans worldwide. Inoue is explosive, calculated, and entertaining, a rare combination. He doesn't just win fights, he dominates them in spectacular fashion. Fans don't just watch his fights, they experience them much like Pacquiao. Inoue carries himself with humility outside the ring. Despite his dominance, he's respectful and grounded, making him a role model for aspiring fighters and an appealing figure for fans. Historically, breaking into the US market has been a major hurdle for international fighters. However, Inoue's ability to put on thrilling performances has already earned him recognition in America. Porter's comments underscore how well Inoue's style and persona translate to a global audience. It's not just about reaching the top, it's about staying there. Inoue has shown he's more than capable of dominating different weight classes, much like Pacquiao did throughout his career, when a legend like Manny Pacquiao, an 8-division world champion and one of the greatest boxers of all time, praises a fighter.
Do you still watch boxing now? Are you still into it? Do you enjoy watching boxing?
Yeah, because boxing is my passion, so that's why I'm enjoying watching boxing.
Do you have a favorite fighter now that's active?
Right now, Asian, like Naoya,
Inoue, amazing fighter.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, and I hope that he will accomplish in different weight division also.
Yeah, he probably will. Such a quality fighter.
The boxing world pays attention. In a recent interview with former super middleweight champion Carl Fro Paco, shared his admiration for Naoya Inoue, calling him an amazing fighter and expressing hope for his continued success across multiple weight divisions. During the interview, Carl Frosch, Interview 6. As boxing fans continue to debate potential matchups and pound-for-pound rankings, few comparisons generate as much excitement as the prospect of a showdown between Giant Tank Davis and Naoya, the monster Inoue. While both fighters dominate their respective divisions with explosive styles, Gervonta Davis has been candid about his thoughts on Inoue's abilities and the possibility of a future fight between them. In a recent interview, Davis was asked about his perspective on Inoue as a fighter, given their simultaneous rise in pound-for-pound rankings over the years. Davis acknowledged that he was a relatively new fan of Inoue, having started watching him only a couple of years ago. However, he expressed great admiration for Inoue's skill set, describing him as a fighter who possesses the complete package and emphasizing that Inoue is undoubtedly one of the most well-rounded fighters. This acknowledgement is significant as Davis himself is regarded as one of the most complete fighters in boxing for a fighter of his caliber. To recognize Inoue as the whole package highlights the Japanese champion's exceptional technical prowess, power, and versatility. Just explain kind of what you think. When asked about the possibility of facing Inoue in the ring, Davis expressed skepticism, downplaying the likelihood of such a matchup. He stated that he didn't see himself fighting in no way, describing the idea as a stretch, and reiterating that he honestly didn't believe it would happen. Davis's reluctance to entertain the idea may stem from the significant weight difference between the two fighters. While Inoue has climbed the ranks from lighter divisions, Davis's career has been built around heavier weight classes like lightweight and super lightweight, making a matchup between the two a logistical challenge. In another interview, Davis was asked about the potential for a future fight with Inoue, perhaps at a catchweight. Davis's response was both respectful and analytical. When the reporter asked if a matchup at a catchweight could happen someday, Davis entertained the idea, but acknowledged the challenges. Tank mentioned that a fight with Inoue would be a fun one, and noted that it would be highly technical. He expressed that, while the matchup would be exciting, he believed he would likely be too big for Inoue. Tank described the potential fight as a dream scenario, emphasizing his excitement and confidence. About the idea, Davis described the hypothetical matchup as a dream fight, emphasizing the technical brilliance both fighters would bring to the ring. However, he also reiterated the size disparity between them, suggesting that his physical advantage